from fellow Romance languages like Italian language and French language. Right now, they have over 150,000 words in the Romanian language. That's language development. So by the time you now begin to develop your language into internet digital language, you need to also borrow from related languages and then add to your language, or you create new words. Yeah. So probably you can also borrow from English and then you Shinginize the words. Yes, yes. Like let's say for example, rocket in Tyap. If you just want to really Tyapize it, we just say a rocket, and
Shingini, we may say rocket.
a rocket. Okay, we will have TND.
And then this one will say oreke.
Oreke. They are the same thing. So if you want to say or Timothy or James or this or that. Eh, so we can still do borrowings like that, and then we can also, just like we were also asking, because our own people don't have access to know how our neighbors and our related languages call it, whether we would coin something from it at the end of the day. So that's why we are asking, how does still there, and U is before M, but here M is after or before you. The same root. And then when you go to Kogi State, Igalas, they call it Idoma, call it Dabako. Inupe. Okay, Tikimba. Oh, you see that. Dabako. Maybe you borrow from Nupe.
Or they borrow from us.
No, it's the other way around. The reason is because Idoma is closer to Nupe, even though Igala came in between. So if this one says Agaba and this one says Gaba, and you have relations that say Kamu, then it's you that's borrowing from somebody else.
Actually, by history,
Yeah.
sure, not authentic, but some people say we are from Nupi, kind of.
All of us are related actually.
Yeah.
All of us are related. That's why you see this no culture. When we are tracing our history, none of us can be able to write our history more than 1,000 years. In fact, if we even write it up to 500 years, well done. So, but then we have a culture called the no culture. So the no culture is actually kind of probably where all our people came from, maybe about 2,000 years ago or 1,000 years ago or thereabout. But that's for history. We'll get there soon. So in our orthography, in our typing, we're going to use the African keyboard to type our underscores. And then you also have to know that all edits in Wikipedia, any language at all, whether they have 7 million words or they have 10 million words, they were done by human beings like us. And you can't say that those people don't have problems also. They too, they have family issue. If you hear the problem of English people, you marvel your own self, you say it's small. So all of us also have where to hustle. We also want to hustle food. So don't say that no, people don't understand my situation. Don't also say that my network is very bad, because there are some people like my own. If I start telling you my own, you say your own is very, very good. Like the house we used to stay before, I have to leave my room because there's no network inside my room and come outside and stand. If you sit down, network will cease. You stand up for like 3 6 hours, because I used to sometimes when you start editing, the thing they switch you. By the time you turn, if when you do like this, your leg will start like what is happening to my leg? I mean, they put super glue for here. But for the language, because when you are doing it with the sense that if you don't do it, somebody else will not do it. And remember that every second like this, they are giving birth to new children. And remember that every second like this, those old people that know the language, they are busy dying. You just remember that. So if you remember that always, remember that those new children that are being born, they are being born into, they don't have anything inside their head. And except it is put inside their head, it's foreign culture they will be putting. So at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, if our language dies, all of us will become Hausa people. There's no two ways about it. So you have to choose for yourself. You want to be called a Hausa person, you choose. If you don't want to be called a Hausa person, then edit your language. At least if you edit it and you keep it there, somebody would come and revive the language, even if it dies. But if you don't store it, who would revive it for you? Hmm. So we have a lot in this very manual. But then I'll also ask again, how many people have edited, or how many people have created an account for themselves on Wikipedia or Wikimedia project? Do you have an account yet? Okay, only one person. Okay, how many people have not created an account yet? So they have not created an account. So again, apologies for the network. We'll just manage with it. Hopefully, we'll do something and then everything will adjust. So if you go on page 14, there was something that someone has written for us when we were translating the Tyap Wikipedia, and he was advising. So you can read that very advice. It will help you also in your own Wikipedia. Page 14 of this very document. And then at the end of the day, we also have page 16 appendix, but that one we are going to do it on Sunday. So don't worry yourself much about it. So I will drop this very manual and then we'll start practically. So please pick up your devices and locate this very page. If you want to locate this very page, you can go on your social media site, on your Telegram. Do you have Telegram? Who has Telegram? Okay, plenty of people have Telegram. Okay, so you can either go on WhatsApp or on Telegram. So the link would be shared with us. And if you're also on Telegram, you will see it pinned. It's already pinned up there. Just click on this pinned message and then it will lead you to you can still use this one. Okay.
Sorry for making us pause a little. We realize that there is a problem of network issue that is causing problem even in this internet. So it's signaling that there is so much business going on, which it should not be. So we now ask the IT, what do we do? Should we move to the other room for convenience with the network something? Then he decided that what we should do is that we should divide the class into two. So like, let's say this side, you use LDTI2.
That's the
Now,
internet.
yes, the internet. So this side will connect to LDTI1. That will give us a kind of a stable network. Did you get me very well? Waɗanda muke nan muna amfani LDTI1, mu yi opting out, sai mu yi connecting zuwa LDTI2, waɗanda ke gefen nan. Waɗannan sai mu tsaya inda muke din. Already LDTI1 muke, ko kada ku yi opting out. Amma mu da ke gefen nan, mu ya kuri mu koma LDTI2. What of the password?
It's the same password.
The same password?
Yes.
So Benunaba? Kundana Benunaba? Where is the IT man? Okay. So let me see.
So just show installing.
You can off your Wi-Fi and on it again. Okay. Maybe it will show.
Even so, it is LDTI one that is
I'm saying I'm still on that one.
Starlink is the second one.
Hey.
Starlink is
The mute.
But there's no LDTI too.
No MDTI too? Kunkashe Kosake on it? Sanjay China.
That is true.
So it will not connect here.
Here is only LDTI one.
But he told us.
the network in the signal number
Only LDTI one. So continue this as we continue this.
the other blocks.
And how?
But what happened in the other hall there?
That is Starlink.
Okay.
The other hall is Starlink. The other block is Starlink.
But here the signal
Is LDTI.
Okay. Yes. Maybe because it's like
Okay, so let's continue our work. So if you are on the if you're in the social media group on Telegram or on WhatsApp, just go to the link here and then click on this very link. Right here, you can. Oh, sorry. This one would be the one to. Is for registration if you're not registered yet.
come in, let me. Make person mad.
There's no problem. There's no answer. Also, if your phone can be able to scan, which I believe all phones can be able to scan, just get this document and scan this QR code. It will take you to the home page. So there are many ways of going to the home page.
So the link is shared on the Telegram group.
So the link has been shared again on the Telegram group. You can just click on the link and then it will take you to the Meta Wiki page that we're having. Sir? Okay, what about WhatsApp? Okay, so it has been shared on WhatsApp.
Okay, the link to the main page.
So it will soon be shared on the WhatsApp group. Very soon it will be shared there. But you can also see the link here on this very post. Right here, you see the link right there.
Share the link.
Yes. So it has been shared again on the WhatsApp group and it has been pinned, or it will be pinned. Are we all here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, have you clicked on the link?
Yes.
Okay. So how many people are on this page? Okay, two people. How many people are on this page already? Okay, just a few people. But you have registered.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So if you have been able to register, then that means you understood this how to participate fully well. Now let's skip over to event activities. Are we all on this very page? So that we'll go together. Okay.
You can buy that and buy that please. Don't you have Airtel? I'm using Airtel.
So if we are all here on this very page, for the benefit of those who are already there, let's start our program. So go to event activities where you see red color, and then you go to Kambari Wikipedia Incubator. Then let me click on that, and then we'll see the page that is beneath it. So this is the Wikimedia Incubator site. This is where we document our language. All the articles, they are here. And if you want to see the activities that have been done on this very page, you can click on check wiki activities. So I think it is having a technical challenge, or maybe the network is having a challenge. But that is where you check the activities per month. Like every month, you check we should not have less than 5 people editing per month. And if I write anything on this very wiki and then I publish it, that's one edit for me. We don't need anybody that will do less than about 12 edits per month. Like I can stand here and within like 1 minute, I'll do like 2 edits. So you have 30 days to do those 12, only 12. That's the minimum, but you can do more than 1,000 per month. It depends on your passion level for your language. And then for the localization requirements, this is where we usually check if the Wikipedia is ripe enough to have a Wikipedia. Uh, so here, the level of, so I think the challenge is beyond this place. This one is the server itself on the source. Ah,
Usually start with these things.
the world is having too much problems.
I'm telling you, there's too much problem.
Okay, so if you want to go to the main page of the Wikipedia, this is where we go.
That's what again.
From there. Okay. From there. Yeah. It's from there.
Okay, this part is
Yeah. Let's put on this one.
It's awful. So if you need to go to the home page of the Kambari Wikipedia, you go to main page, and then it is looking very, very basic right now because we have not designed the main page. As soon as the Wikipedia gets approved, it's not going to take like 24 hours. That's if we have an admin by then to publish a very new page for this very Wikipedia. So let me show you an example of a homepage, how it looks like. So open to the Zoo Wikipedia, which just got created this January. This is the main page of the Zoo Wikipedia. So you can see the welcome is in the language, and then it shows you where to navigate to. This one is still basic, it has not been designed yet. That it has not been edited yet. But this is the Tyap Wikipedia's page. Um, so So this is the tier version of it. So right here we have them in different categories, like the religion part of it. Then we have philosophy, we have mathematics, then we have technology, we have I'm sorry, you have geography, you have technology, we have history, and then biography and arts and culture, and then sports, sciences, and then community. And then we have the one for the community, I mean for the dialect. And then this one shows you like how many articles we have currently there. And then it shows you how many people are active within these last 30 days. And then this one shows you some news items. Like these are the news happening around this time of the year, and what are the happenings, the war in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and then the war in Sudan, and then the war in Iran, and then the war in Ukraine and Russia. And then this one just gives you a down it shows you one of the articles that was right or rightly written. And this one is about the Maroons. Those are the black people that were taken to America, slavery, and they escaped slavery and went on top of the mountain. And on the mountain there, they retained their blackness there, and later on came down to form an independent country called Haiti, and the rest of them. So we also have histories. Do you know session? Do you know this? Do you know that? Do you know this? Do you know that? And they also have this one is present in all Wikipedias. So as soon as the Kambari Wikipedia gets approved, all these ones will be there as well. So you'll be very happy to have a Wikipedia like this, and then everything is looking colorful. So that's the homepage. We have this same homepage. This is the one for Tsishingini, but this one is a very basic one. This one gives you the place where you impute the article you want to create, and then you click on this to start creating it. Let's say you want to create about a Shingini. All you need to do is to type uh, okay, incubator. No, so there's a keyboard actually here, the one that gives underscore for computers, but you are using a mobile phone, you can be able to type the underscore. And then if you want to create an article here, we'll just write it here. You don't remove this one. This one is the one that links. This is the language code, and then WP means Wikipedia. If we were working on Wiktionary, it would be wiki, W-I-W-T. It would be WT if it is Wiktionary. The Wiktionary is a dictionary. Then the Wikipedia is the encyclopedia. So if you are done with the Wikipedia, if you want to have another project, you start the Wiktionary, the Kambari Wiktionary. So that one has a is very interesting, very interesting. So as soon as you put the name of what you want to create, you click on create new, and then it would open, and then you start to type what you want to create right in this very space. Yes. So you can now type like that. So this one is just to show you how it works. But we'll go back to the main page again. So we have two ways of editing this very project. This is one of the ways. So we are back to this very page again. So today we are going to deal with incubator, and then we are also going to register our names in the Kambari Wikimedia user community. So later on we'll come back here and do it. But this is our homepage for the Kambari Wikimedia community. So we have a label here called the Nenzit Wikimedians. So the Nenzit Wikimedians, the word Nenzit is what we use as an umbrella to like um, what's the English word?
Incorporate the language.
To incorporate the three major languages under the Platoid language group. So the Platoid language group right now we equate it to Nenzit. So we have the Kainji languages, and then we have the Plateau languages, and then we have the Jukunoid languages. So these are the three major groups we have in Nigeria here. So these very groups are mainly found in Nigeria, but they are also found, the spills are found in Benin Republic, and then we also have the spill in Cameroon. So our own language group is very wide, very wide. Under the Kainji group, we have the Kambari languages, we have Kamuku, we have Basa, and then we also have the other ones in Southern Kaduna and then part of Plateau. So the Kainji group is divided into two: West Kainji, East Kainji. So Kambari belongs to West Kainji, and then the other languages like Tukurumi, Anemoro. That's how do they call the language now? The people are Anemoro. What the language is, I forgot. And then we have Amap. That's the people, and then the language is Tumap. So you can hear the te amongst the Kainji languages, and then we also have other languages. So the Kambari now is our very third language under this very Nezit group incorporated. We have the Jukunoid language, which is Wapan, and then we also have the Plateau language, which is Ju, and then we have Tsishingini variant of Kambari as the third one. So you are going to register your name as a member of your group, and we are hoping that at the end of the day, you are going to have a vibrant community right here, which we'll call the hub, and then you elect your leader who is going to lead your project. And we're also going to be supporting you from our end right there, so that at the end of the day, like every month, you should be having edit per month every month. And at the end of the day, if you also want to have projects like this, you want to gather yourself, and then you want to teach yourself, to remind yourself about something like this, what we are doing right now, you can also gather yourselves again, and then we'll give you our support also as well. So but we actually need to have membership, and then you actually need to know your members, and then we'll have the section for projects right here. So this is our very first one, the very first one. Then we can have the second one, we can have third one, we can have plenty of them like that. And then this headquarters now brings you back to where we have the general Nezit, and then this one shows you the map. So every language you are seeing in yellow, these are what we will call the Nezit languages, otherwise called the Platoid languages. They are very large. They are very large. So you can see the Agora here is the one that spilled into Benin Republic. So you can see there are plenty here. Yao, Kambari, or you are, sorry, not Kambari again, you are Ashingini. So, so that's this very portion. And it seems that Shingini is actually the largest of all the West Kainji languages. And in fact, it seems to be of all Kainji languages. Uh, Shingini seems to be the largest, and then you have Chilela, which is the northernmost around Zulu, and then Tuvadi and the others amongst us in Kainji area here. And they also have the other languages all the way round. So, so you can see all these languages that are here, they are all related down to South Africa, are all related. So that's why you hear some words that are common in your own language. Like I just discovered that in the Tsishingini language, you call house ua ua wa ua. But do you know how they call it in this place? They call it owa owa.
That's Edo.
Edo. That's house owa. And I saw you call gari igari, but Edo call it igari. It's actually from their language that House has borrowed. uh, their language, and even the word Eba is from their language. So as the house has traded, they collect our items here, they take them down south. They also collect their own, them here. So the names are just mixing around us. How do you call matches? It's not Hausa.
Ashana.
It's not Hausa. It's from Yoruba.
Or Ashana.
Ashana. It's Yoruba word. Ishana. It's a Yoruba word, not a
Mazagi is
Hausa.
the one you strike with iron.
There are many words that you think they are Hausa words. They are not Hausa words.
Strike on the stone.
Many.
So that's the one.
Many of them are not Hausa words. Hausa has borrowed them into their language, and then it now looks like it's their language. It's not. So, like in Edo, they call it Usana. Mm. So we have words like that that were used for trade in those days. That's why if you, how do you call rice? Rice. Yes.
Imele.
Yeah, oh, you guys have the word.
Imele.
Inwele. Okay. But you know, Igbo they call it Osikapa. Yes. Osikapa. And then Igala they call it Otikapa. I think. The way so we just formed a word for me. We call it Chegava. But the other people they call it Chunkafa. Hey, Chingafa. It's just a corruption of the Shinkafa or the Hausa. But I really don't know where it came from. Probably it's from the Arab trade down here to Hausa, then Hausa brought it to us because it seems to be from India. It go to Arab and then to us here. So it all depends on where the source is. If the product is from Europe and they are shipping it through the ocean, the Yoruba area, the Hausas will get the name from the southern part and from us. But if it is coming from the Arab area, from Europe still, they will still collect the name and then transfer it to us. Yeah. So this is just a short summary about our group here. You can actually browse through and see more about these languages. They are very interesting to know, to learn about.
So sorry, sir.
Yes.
In that map that you show the grouping of the languages,
Yes.
so the kanji, west,
Yes.
where we have a yellow something.
Yes.
So I'm concerned because I can see Chilela, that is a Zulu area,
Yeah.
and then Wadi, which is part of Niger State. I could not see the Shingini or Shingini.
So did you see Tyap here?
So then I see,
Tyap is not here. He's supposed to be here.
yes, that's my concern.
So they just pick some
They
languages.
just put us on that Wadi or what?
No.
Okay.
They just pick some few languages.
Okay.
Maybe two.
Okay.
You can see under West Kainji, they just put two,
Mhm.
and then under Plato. In fact, the East Kainji, they didn't even put any of them.
Okay.
Anemoro is there. There are plenty. In fact, there are more plenty in terms of number than the West Kainji.
Okay.
Anemoro is there. Timap is there. Atam is there. In fact, Atam is very close to Tyap, and some of them are even speaking Tyap. But none of them was presented. And then if you now go to the Jukuno, they didn't even put even one of them. So this one is just like one language example. Uh, like under this very Nupoid language, they are the ones that are green here. We have Nupe, we have Bagi, Bari, then we have Ebira, we have Gade in Nasarawa State. They are plenty, they are a bit numerous, but they just pick two. Mm. Just like somebody on Wikipedia was editing about okay, yes, somebody went to the Bagi language. He's a Bagi person. So he now saw that Bagi was classified under Nupoid languages. He just went and removed this, that they are no Nupe. It's just a classification of languages. And you belong to the Nupoid languages. And under Nupoid, you have Bagi, Bari, and then you have Nupi, and then you have Ebiragade, you have the other ones. But the person didn't understand that. He just doesn't want to be classified as a Nupe person. Uh, So it's just a classification. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you
So,
continue.
yes.
Sorry, you can check your network. Changes have been made. So check it. Just off your Wi-Fi, be on it. Connect to
And
LTI1.
this one is better.
You
Okay,
understand?
better.
It's more stable now.
It's more stable.
Okay.
Please check it. Then
The weight will reduce on the other one.
LTI1.
Okay, so we are back on our homepage to our project page. So this one is just to show us what we are going to be doing today. So today we'll work on the incubator. We'll create our accounts, which most of us have already created, and then we'll work on the incubator, and then we'll register our names today. And then tomorrow we'll do this, and then on Sunday we are going to do this. Now this is our real work right here. So if you also want to get the document, we have already uploaded this very this hard copy of the document on Wikimedia Commons. So if you click on this very place, Kambari Wikipedia, you are going to see it on Wikimedia Commons as a book. And anytime, just feel free, you can download it by clicking on download. But you have to log in, I think, first. And then you download it. You are going to have the document. So you can just go to the internet, to the cyber cafe and print it again. Mm. So that's the purpose of saving things digitally. And that's what we want to see. Like all these books, we can actually digitize them and put them on Wikimedia Commons. Yes. But with the permission of the publishers,
That will be our starting point.
which is the Kambari Wikipedia. Yes. So when you are done with this one, and we also have Wikisource. The Wikisource is just you scan every part of it. Myself, I don't know how to use it. Yes. So that was my question. So, but the Wikimedia Commons, we can actually be able to scan every page and then make it as a PDF document. And then, but know that if you release it, you are releasing it for free. And for free, anybody can be able to use it. And the purpose why we want these things to be there is for larger number of people to know that these things exist. So yesterday I scanned this front page, and uploaded it on Wikimedia Commons. But I didn't take permission from the publishers. So I'm just taking permission now. That's the front page of it. So we usually need permissions in everything we do. Yes. So this is the document available forever as long as internet exists. And then when you go down, 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 all the images, they are under gallery. You click on gallery here, you are going to see all these designs, this one, they're all here. We can always reproduce them. Always reproduce. So we have two materials now. The front pages of these materials, and then we have the title here, and then we have the description. So you can be able to see who published it and the source where we got it from. And then because I was the one that uploaded it, so my name is showing here. But you see, these things are not available in the internet too. So we need to put them there. Ehen. And also there's also Google Books. You can also be able to put them there too. But Google Books is commercial. The Wikimedia project are not commercial. And also, just to correct something again, what we do is not social media. So instead of you giving your time, because if you go on social media may not pay you anything. In fact, you may not even give knowledge to social media. All you need to do on social media is just to go maybe after church like this or after mosque, you just carry your phone, snap yourself smiling, fake smile, and then you upload it on Facebook, and then people like. That's all. Oh. You're not adding knowledge to anything. Oh. Nothing. But if you go on Wikipedia or Wikimedia Commons and you purposely snap that picture, not your personal picture, maybe you may see somebody just come out of the church dressed full Shingini attire with beat, with wrapper, just like this, and then you just snap the person and then upload it on Commons and say a Shingini woman or man in traditional attire. You have added knowledge to somebody. Because before we knew we came for this program, we didn't know how Ashingini people look. We didn't know how the attire look. But if you now post this one now, somebody who is in America, if they type Ashingini, they will now see an image. Oh, this is how Ashingini people. Oh, they have the face that looks like that one of the people in Jos. Oh, they are very beautiful people.
Handsome men.
Yeah, handsome. so so it adds knowledge to people, and you see that there are also projects like Joshua project. They'll be looking for images to add to those places, but they need free licensed images. And Commons is where you add those free licensed images, because somebody who doesn't want, like Wikimedia Foundation doesn't want litigation. By the time you scan this image and then you post it on Wikimedia Commons, and it is not supposed to be for open, you need to have permission first. By the time the person now sees it, he say, who is using my picture? Let me check my computer. Oh, the person didn't even ask for permission. Then they will now go to court. Pay me 5 million for using my image. Yes, no. You use my image without my consent. Pay me 5 million. You don't have choice. So Wikimedia Foundation is the one that will now have to pay for that. So instead of doing that, whenever they see the admins see images like that without permission like that, they'll delete them. They'll just delete them so that they don't bring problem to Wikimedia Foundation, because they will not come to you. It's the foundation that so that's the reason why they are very keen about permissions. But for this one now, this one is adding knowledge to us, and it is showing people that, because the reason why we uploaded this one was so that we have permission to enable Tsishingini. They want to see where the word Shingini is written, because they only see Kambari in the internet. So they want to be sure that it's true that Shingini is the native name of the people. So that's why we uploaded this one and then uploaded the second one that is also carrying Shingini, so that they'll be sure that yes, this is actually a word that is native to the people. Yes. So you can see this one. There's the home page. So later on we can have the full dictionary if you want to release it for free. So right here in this our document in the exercise book we have, I don't know if we got it correctly, but doctor's work helped us, and then Mr. Stark's work also helped us to understand much more about the people, and then we about the language as well, and then we wrote the little we wrote. They may not all be correct, maybe there may be a correction somewhere, but this one is just an idea that is being given to the general public, that expect that these people have other dialects or other languages like that. But I think we got the letters of the alphabet correctly. Okay. So this is this for now. So for our Tikimba speakers and our Chishingini speakers and our Tuvadi speakers, don't be angry if we are able to finish with this one, and there has to be another program like this, then maybe we can organize another one. But Tsishingini speakers have to show example, because if at the end of the day you reach like 10 months and all of you now need to work for us, then we'll be afraid to come to Tsishingini and to Vadi to work on another language entirely, because we also expect the same thing that will happen. Yes.
For instance, if there is a kind of documentation of that data,
Yes.
and somehow you feel like, let's come to this alphabet.
Okay.
Yeah. Why didn't like let's say in this alphabet,
Yeah.
we want to somehow update it. Maybe something is missing.
Mhm.
So,
Is graphics design actually.
okay.
This one we can always have like many versions of it.
Okay.
So you can label it true, or
Okay.
you can label it updated. This one will still be there, but you will redesign the whole thing yourself,
Okay.
and then you upload it on Commons. We'll show you how to upload on Commons.
Okay.
Anything you want to upload, anything. So long as you know it's going to add knowledge, upload it and label it the way you understand it or others will understand.
But there it should not be like anybody just writing anything.
No, it's anybody.
Anybody? Yeah.
Like,
What of if it contradicts and let me say it's not adding anything.
Okay.
It's contradicting
Let's say-
the existing agreed
okay.
or something.
Because the reason is because Wikimedia is an open source project,
Okay.
and open source projects are open for all people.
Okay.
So it now remains for citations.
Okay.
That's why if you scroll down like this, you are going to see that under the description, oh, this one didn't have it. But I'm supposed to do this one is supposed to be having it to have the source under the description where the alphabet was gotten. But it is here actually on page 10.
Okay.
You see page 38 to 41 and 18 of Kambari orthography designed by Jenny Stark. And then number 2 citation Kambari languages on Wikipedia to show that this is where we got the content from, and then this is where we got this content from. Yeah. So we usually make use of citation very well. So ideally, we're supposed to have it here. Maybe later we'll edit that very part of it. But then, you can't control everybody's activities. It is difficult even in the English Wikipedia. That's why we have admins, and then we also have co-native speakers that will cross-check the activities of their members. This is what is done on our language. If it is not correct, you are at liberty to go there and correct it. Anything you see that is not correct, but you should also have citation. Go with a superior argument. For example, now I'll give you an example. In the year 2020, there was something that was happening in Southern Kaduna. Erifai was going on media to tell people that Southern Kaduna people are very terrible people, that they are not welcoming, that they are very hostile people. So that because that was after maybe he was using, I don't know the reason why he did that, but myself I was not happy about it. So I went on the Wikipedia, the English Wikipedia, and saw what was written about our people. I can't even find an article on Southern Kaduna. Couldn't even find. In fact, if you even go to the local government areas, you'll just see 1 line, 2 lines. That's all. So personally, I dedicated my time to do much reading and then make researches, and then I have my citations, and then began to create pages on Southern Kaduna people and create about our cultures, create about our people, and then put them there on the English Wikipedia, to the extent that right now I don't think there's any place in the Middle Belt that has more content about Southern Kaduna people, about the Middle Belt people as the Southern Kaduna area on the English Wikipedia. But you have to have a purpose for doing that because you have to counter something. And that was not the end. After creating some articles about some ethnic groups on Southern Kaduna area, there are some Fulani boys, like Saminaka area, it has a lot of Fulani people. So Saminaka area, after creating it, it says that Saminaka area, it is under it belongs to the, or it has, let me open it so that so some people went there and then began to delete what I wrote and then add their nonsense there. No citations. That was where their problem was. If they had citations that counter my own, then I'll not have a right to touch what they have. Then I can rearrange what they have there. Because in every life, there are some truth. Yes. So it's all for the knowledge, but it's not good that we miseducate people and misinform them. So this is the English Wikipedia. This is Saminaka. I don't think this is the article. No, it's Lere, the local government itself. It's Lere local government itself. So now just look at it. After creating this very one and wrote it about, because before now they just like wrote it like it's under Lere Emirate or something like that. But I make sure that southern part of Kaduna is there so that people can read more of the southern Kaduna area. But if we don't do this, nobody will do it. So this content was added to make people to know understand it very well, and then all these ones were added so that people don't think that Lere is just one town and it's just this very Lere here. So you can be able to read about these ones right here, and then you read about the population, and then you read about the climate, and then about the people. Before it is just Fulani people and Hausa people, which is not true. So now have all the ethnic groups and then added this one Fulani in Lere town, and then Hausa, Igbo, Zar, and the rest as other ethnic groups because they are not indigenous there. And then this was the existing article that was there. I didn't delete it. I didn't delete it. This is a very long tale about how Fulani migrated from Madagascar or whatever, and then came to this very place. So I didn't delete, I left it the way it is, but put it under a subsection because it's still knowledge, it's still useful. But when after editing this very page, the guy came and then deleted everything I put there and returned it to only this place. If you check the edit, because everything that you do, so long as you are doing it on Wikimedia, it is being recorded. The time you did it, everything, every dot. So by the time you go there here, you are going to see. You're going to see all the changes that have been made. So whenever you see somebody make anything, you check who did it. So it is a law in Wikipedia that if somebody does something like that, you go to the top page of the person and tell the person or ask the person why the person did it. What are your reasons? Where are your citations? And then you start the discussion with the person. If the person doesn't respond to you, then you can now go to respond to report the person to the admins. I think I did that to that guy's page. He didn't come. After then, I repeated what I did before, and then the person did it again. I reported the person to the authorities, and then they blocked that person for life. He can never edit with his device, except maybe the person changes the device and then changes the username that he created the account, and then begin to edit again
With different IP.
with different IP because every device has different IP. So, but if they discover you have to see the person, they will block you again. For life, for long as he lives here on earth, he can never edit Wikipedia again. Because it shows that he's a vandal. He's doing vandalism. Vandalism is a very big crime on Wikimedia Foundation project. So we only come to contribute knowledge and not to, even if like me, I have some biases that I may be thinking I want to add to this very article because this is my own people's point of view. But I don't have citation. I can't be able to do that because it isn't, and you are not permitted to put your own biases there. It is permitted only for you to use a neutral point of view. Just be a neutral person. Even though you want to point people's attention to a particular topic, make sure that you have enough citations, and then your language must be neutral as an outsider, even if you are, in fact, your father that founded the language. So just be like an outsider and write as much as you can and put citations there. At the end of the day, what you are doing is you are pointing people to the materials you cited so that they go and read more about that very topic. That's the only thing we do on Wikipedia. Yeah, and the same thing that we are going to do on the Tsishingini Wikipedia as well.
And also for the sake of the knowledge of some of us,
Yes.
we belong to a kind of families with different backgrounds and histories. Like maybe Salka here, we have areas. It's named after areas. We have Farakasa, we have Angwamagaji, we have, and for the sake of the people, they don't like Angwamagaji for us.
No, right.
Guru Tamana ya Tsishingini, Upasundi.
Yeah.
Then I say Angwamagaji. So I'm just challenging my people.
Very
Now we want to write Kachumba and so on and so forth. Maybe they want to write about their own particular clan. So are we free to write the history of
Very
our
well. So
clan?
long as it's Tsishingini Wikipedia,
whatever.
write everything that
Amakasha
is knowledge.
Yes,
If even if it's your grandfather that was a village head,
yes,
write about him very well.
yeah,
And then bring citation. If you have images of him, upload the images on Common
okay,
and put his title there. It's us that are actually looking down on our village here. So,
yes,
but if you go to another place, like our local government chairman, for example, if you go to UK now, they call them mayor, and those mayors is a very big position.
yeah,
Even though on their own laws they are only like normal civil servants also, but still they are very exalted position. But we will just look at our councillors and our local government like nothing. And if you go down south, you see the way they exalt their own village heads, their own. You also, so we should also try to make our own too.
yeah. The reason I ask about it is that because we have just oral tradition. Now, with this privilege we have, it's a very special and unique one. Because we don't want to give the history of, let's say, Rabba, then we say, they say.
You record it, record the audio,
Okay,
the oral tradition, and upload it on Commons
good,
and label it.
good. Yeah, yeah. We only hear people say, they say, they say. Now, with this privilege that we have, this Kambari Wikimedia, I think something great is coming.
Yes.
So that we trace our, stories and histories of origins.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So just feel free. If you have any oral history, maybe you are going to an old person or somebody with knowledge, and the person gives you a story, please record it and then come on Wikimedia Commons and upload it under 4.0 license. We'll show you how to do that. And then you write the name of the person to honor that very person who gave you the story, and so that you can also trace it to the person, because this, according to social and so person, it's not me that invented it, and then upload it. Somebody else will use that very one to write a book someday.
Yes.
You never know.
So, assuming I want to publish something, why reading name references if I can do it?
Okay, like a book.
Because if I want to write about my language, I got knowledge, but there is no reference.
Okay.
Can I still come out?
Okay, like if you read this page 14 of this very one, the advice that Amiri was giving to us on when we are writing the Tyap project, you see that Amir said for smaller languages like ours, that we may not have all those references like all those English language, because those ones they have enough of those ones. But we, who even knows our people here, only us knows us. So for us, just write as much as you want to write in your own local Wikipedia without citation. Write it there. But if you have the citation, put it there. Yeah. And if tomorrow you are able to write a book and publish that book on that very topic, and then cite yourself, cite the very book, that very book, in that very wiki.
How about fiction? Can I come up with a fiction?
Okay, picture.
Fiction.
Fictions. Fictions.
Fiction, yeah.
Okay.
Can I come up with something like that?
That's as a story,
Yeah, that's a story.
article,
Yeah, that's an
not a
article,
book.
but not a book. Just fiction, like fictional movies.
Okay, movie.
Yeah,
We do the
actually,
document movies. So.
Something about my language.
Okay.
But it's a fiction.
You can write an article, give it a title, and create that very. So long as it's knowledge,
Knowledge.
so long as it's knowledge, create an article for it, just like I showed you the earlier, WP slash TSW slash, then put the title there and then begin to write your article. Once you are done, publish it. Yeah.
No plagiarism.
No play, not nothing like that. It's still knowledge. Okay, so maybe we have seen the overview of this very page. Now, if we want to proceed to creation of our pages, you see number one. I think I've shown us the number one already. No, I've shown us number two already. Right here, creation of pages. That's where when I clicked, it now went to this very place. This is what I mean. So if your story, your fiction, the title is